Good morning, sir.
Yeah, very good morning, ma'am. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well, sir. Thank you so much. What about you?
Yeah, I also have been doing amazing. Thank you so much for asking. Okay, so before diving into the session, I would like to request you because this is for the first time we have connected. So I would
Yeah,
like to request you, would you please walk me through about your introduction so that I can get to know something about you?
yeah, definitely, sir. So I'm Mampi. I'm from West Bengal, and I'm a homemaker and mother of one daughter. And I have completed my post graduation. I mean MA. Twice, first time in Sanskrit language and second time in work education, and nowadays I'm learning English language. And yeah, I like watching movies, listening podcast, and spending time with family. That's all about me. And yeah, earlier I used to be a teacher in a private school. So it's been a 5 years. I'm not working anywhere. I mean, full-time homemaker, I can say.
That is quite meritorious and that you have been doing work on your language still because being a homemaker it is quite hard not to crack to find some unoccupied time to work on different skills and you have already taken this bull by this horn by the horns that you want to prepare this language actually, so that is a great thing. Okay, so before diving into the session I would also like to break the ice on my introduction. So this side
Yeah.
Lalit. Yeah, this side Lalit. I come all the way from Uttar Pradesh, Bulandshahr, and it's been nearly 7+ years to me. I have been consecutively working in private organizations, and apart from that, it's been nearly 2+ years to me. I have been incessantly working on my communication. Yeah, this is all about me in a nutshell. Thank you.
Okay, so are you a teacher in a private institution?
No, I'm not. I'm not a teacher. Actually, I have been working in private organizations as a medical claims processor. So it's been around 7+ years to me. I've been working in different private organizations.
Okay, okay,
Mm.
okay. That's good
Yes.
to know about you, sir. And your English is quite good, I can say. So, how do you manage time? And you are a working professional. So,
So earlier, I was not into learning language. I was not into speaking as well. It came to me like 2 years back, as I just mentioned this thing that it's been only 2+ years to me into this language. So earlier, I used to deal with the people in my particular vernacular, which is Hindi, and I was working at a place where I only needed to deal with the people in Hindi itself. So when it came to grab the promotion and to grab rewards and recognition, so that time it was too much imperative for me to speak this language eloquently. Then I commenced my journey in this language, and since then I have been incessantly working on my communication, and still I consider myself that I need to learn many more things in this language. This is literally not fair enough because this is just 0.1% in this language as per my ideology. Yeah.
yes, sir. But
So
yeah,
how?
yeah, go
Hmm.
ahead.
So as you just asked about this thing that how I have been working on my communication and how I have been learning this language and how do I manage my time as well. So when you have this spark in yourself that you have to vanquish something in your life, you want to triumph something in your life. So that time you always find out some unoccupied time, no matter how much tied up you are with the things. You still find out some unoccupied time to work on that particular skill as you are finding out. Like being a homemaker, I know this thing that my mother also works in my home. So she rarely finds out some time to work on different things, like to even watch the videos. So if somebody is doing this thing, it means he has this spark in herself or himself that he wants to, she wants to triumph this language or something, right?
Yeah.
So this is with me as well. I have this zeal and enthusiasm that I literally want to prevail this language at any cost because it is too much indispensable for me now these days to deal with the people in this language. And simultaneously, I want to grab lot many things. I want to obtain abundance of things in this language apart from like including my career growth, including my professional and personal growth as well. So these are things which are making me to be which are making me to triumph this language actually. Yeah, that's
Okay.
all.
Okay. So, it's been a 1 year, more than 1 year, like 1 year, 3 months. I'm learning English language. So now what happened? I'm struggling with word. Actually, from more than 1 year, I'm just using
Mm.
small, simple, basic vocabulary. So
Mm.
nowadays, I have started, learning new vocabs and idioms,
Yeah,
phrases.
I have
How?
witnessed couple of your videos as well. Actually, as you have been sharing those videos as well in the groups. So I have been just imparting, like I have been just grabbing couple of things from your conversations as well. But it comes by practice. As you have been doing a relentless and consecutive practice with this language, so one or the other day, you'll definitely become a majestic and a spectacular speaker. But it takes time. We must have resilience and perseverance in ourselves if we want to prevail something, because it didn't happen to me overnight. It took huge and massive time for me as well to become like this. And still, as I just mentioned this thing, that still I consider myself flimsy in this language. I can't speak this language eloquently still, right? But the thing is this, just to grab some formidable transformations in our communication, we need to be much fortified for everything, right? We need to have that perseverance in ourselves, whichever we are grabbing from the people, and whichever all kind of insights are being imparted by the people, we just need to deploy those things in our communication, right? So that
Yeah.
we'll be able to perpetuate, as well as we'll be able to become more eloquent speaker.
Exactly. Like a lot of word I have in my subconscious mind, but
Mm.
consciously using it's difficult for nowadays for me.
Yeah, it
So
happens with everybody, not only with you. It still happens with me when I, when I vehemently exert to prevail the word. Sorry, vehemently exert to deploy the words in my communication. I also find abundance of difficulties. Still, it happens to me. So it's been around 6+ months to me. I have been endeavoring to prevail the vocabularies, but yeah, still I have numerous of difficulties while incorporating them and while executing them. But yeah, it is okay to have some difficulties, some impediments while doing some new things, because it shows that you are enthusiastic to deploy and enforce those things in your communication, and simultaneously you are okay to confront the challenges.
yeah. So I noticed that most of the basic word what I use in my communication, you are using that same words in advance. I mean, and advanced version. So, are you consciously apply those words in your communication?
Yeah, I always, venture to be more sagacious. I always exert to be more nerdy while I'm utilizing any kind of word. Because if somebody is gonna do any kind of research on my sentences, so the research should be correct. The research should be worthwhile, because we are imparting our insights here in such videos where people are gonna watch them, right? So if they are not gonna find all those things worthwhile, they are definitely gonna consider me, like good for nothing. So that is not going to make any sense. So consciously, when I'm utilizing any vocabulary in my communication, there should be proper sense of those things. And one more thing is there, that not only this thing is equally important, that you have to deploy a couple of words. Now it comes to your profession as well. Why do you want to learn this language, right?
Exactly.
So I want to learn this language just because of this thing, that I need to deal with corporate speakers and some native speakers in my upcoming future. So therefore, I have been prevailing this language like this. So when it comes to you, if I talk about you, so you are a housewife and you don't need to deal with any native speaker, as far as I, like can comprehend this thing. So you just need to deal with the Indian stakeholder, Indian people itself. So you just need to deal with this language like this itself. So you don't need to go for the sophistication in this language, because the more complex things you are getting in this language, the more complex you'll be able to become. So the thing is this, when I always exert to buckle down in this language, so it makes me that I need to burn the candles at both ends, then I'll be able to speak this language eloquently. Otherwise, I also need to confront numerous of challenges while speaking, as I just mentioned this thing. So now you should find out your purpose of learning this language, with whom you are gonna deal with. But yeah, let me tell you one more thing as well here. So there was a moment in time where I was able to speak this language in the basic manner. So when I used to have consecutive conversations with the people, I used to consider myself, as you are just considering yourself right away, that now I feel little monotonous when I deal with the people in basic manner all the time. Right. So it used to happen to me as well. And that thing made me that really you should go for the sophistication in this language, which can help you to perpetuate your communication and which will help you to become more sophisticated speaker in this language. So you are contemplating right thing right away, right? That you are considering that when you deal with the people in the basic manner and you have been just consecutively and consistently dealing with the people in the basic manner. So now this time is to bring some formidable transformations in your communication as well.
Yeah, exactly. And one thing I noticed in my journey that when I have started my journey, that time I just normal basic words I used, and after 6 months I got to know intermediate level words, and that some words I mug up, and then now I came to know some advanced level. I mean, it automatically might be it is step by step it came in front of us.
Exactly.
I think
Exactly.
because
So when, in my incipient days, when I was dealing with the people on Joe Stock application, so that time I was also getting only beginner people out there. So they were not talking to me in sophisticated manner. Only once in a blue moon, it used to happen out there that I was getting some sophisticated speaker. Those who made me that, Lalit, you should also go for the sophistication, some advancement in your communication. And that day, I was not, pondering about this thing that I need to bring transformations in my communication. But when it came to having video sessions with the people, when I commenced utilizing Skype application, earlier we used to utilize Skype application. So when I utilized that application for the first time, so I stumbled with couple of speakers, those who were speaking this language in advanced manner. So that thing also encouraged me and gave me this impetus that Lalit, you should also go for the sophistication in this language. And slowly and gradually, as you mentioned, this thing that this is a process which we can chase only step by step.
exactly.
So, yeah, this is the only thing, and I completely on board with you in on this particular thing because step by step, I also have conquered this language. Still, I have been conquering step by step. It is not only like it is not like that in haywire will be able to learn this language. No, it's not like that. It takes effort, it takes perseverance, and English is not only like spoken English is not only the thing which, like, if you have conquered couple of vocabularies and you'll be able to speak this language spectacularly. No, you have to be great at each and every dimensions of this English language, including tenses, formation of structures, utilization of vocabularies, and the deployment of words. How you are putting all those things in front of the people, and English is all about the amalgamation of all those things, whichever I have mentioned here.
Exactly. Exactly. You're absolutely
According
right.
to your ideology, okay. So first, I would like to know from your end something, because it's been a long time I have been consecutively speaking. So the thing is this. First, I would like to know what's the intention of yours in this language that you have commenced your journey, and now you have been vigorously working on your communication.
Okay, so mentioned that earlier I used to be a teacher, but it's been 5 years of career gap I have. But earlier I used to be a teacher in a Bengali medium. So I thought that now I have experience, so I should go for English medium school. That is the motive of mine to start this journey. And then I mean, when I have started my journey, I slowly and gradually I love this language, and now it's my passion. It's not, yeah, it is. I have some motto, but still, apart from that, I have that love and affection on this language. So I want to know deep about this language. So it might take 5 years, 7 year, 10 year. It doesn't matter. But I want to become a. I mean, I want to know deeply about this language.
It happened to me as well. You know, when I kicked off my journey for the first time in this language, I was also sailing in the same boat. I was considering this thing that when I'll be able to speak this language in the basic manner. It came to speaking basic manner, that time I was ruminating about this thing that when I'm going to speak this language in advanced manner. And when it came to advanced manner, I still think like this thing that is still like I'll consider myself like feeble in this language. But yeah, I still consider this thing that I should drill down this language more, as you just mentioned this thing, and they should be always for a room for they should be a room always for improvement. So we should go the extra mile to fulfill that room whenever we are finding that there is a room for improvement. So we should fulfill that room so that whichever the shortcomings and flaws we are having in our communication, we'll be able to cultivate them actually.
Exactly. Exactly. And
Yes.
I learned a lot of things from you, like words and how to inculcate those words in our life. So yeah, now I'm really I am into mug up new words, utilizing those in my communication skill. Now I'm diving into that. So it's
You
my
know, we are
homework.
the Yeah, we are the Indian speaker, and frankly speaking with you, this is my particular adroitness in this language. That as people say this thing that we should go for the prefix and suffix to recall the words for any period of time. No, it's not like that. There is only two methods which can be a game changer for a person to learn the vocabularies. The first one is this, that we should learn the words in the context, how we can utilize them. And second thing is this, we need to learn only single meaning of any single word. We don't need to learn multiple synonyms of that particular word or multiple meanings. In that particular moment of time, we are making ourselves more perplexed while utilizing that word. So if we know multiple meanings of single word, we'll not be able to utilize that meaning, that word periodically in our conversation. So we must know only one meaning. And second thing is this, whichever things we are learning, those should be active all the time. If
Hmm.
we are learning passive things which can't help us to perpetuate our communication, so we'll not be able to witness some impacts and transformations in our communication, because now these days we are only chasing immediate impact in our communication. If we are not witnessing those immediate impact, we consider ourselves that this method is not a game changer method for me. So first, we need to find out those active things which are incumbent to speak this language, and those who are simultaneously active, so that
Yeah.
we'll be able to witness some transformations, some impact in our communication, which will give us that conviction, so that we'll be able to buckle down more and we'll be able to prevail many more things in this language. It happens first when we get the confide in ourselves that now I have conquered two words. So we get that conviction that now I should go for four words. So now these days, as you just mentioned in the last sentence, that earlier, like, you had to face couple of challenges while unfolding yourself, but now you're working on your vocabularies and many more things. So it used to happen to me as well, and still I find innumerables of cumbersomes while unfolding myself. But yeah, it is okay. This is the process of learning.
Exactly. Exactly. So, what do you think that speaking in a good manner English and communication skill? I mean, speaking any language, not only English. It could be any language, or communication. Both are same, or both are different.
So it is said by the people that both are individual, both are separate. But
Yeah.
as per my ideology, when I kicked off my journey in this language for the first time, I consider, like, ever since I have been considering this thing that both are the similar thing. Because ultimately, when you are able to deal with the people in English or in any particular language, so it means like this communication, any communication in any language, right? It is the amalgamation of both the things, like your personality, your communication, your speaking things, is the amalgamation of both the things. So I consider this thing that whether you are going to deal with the people in English or in Hindi or you are utilizing any language, doesn't matter. But if you are able to deal with the people, you will be considered a great speaker and a great communicator.
Exactly. And your like way of speaking, communication skill is I can up to the mark. So yeah, so yeah,
It
you take a
takes
lot of time for that. So
Yeah, it takes a lot of effort, I would say, because whenever I feel vulnerable in this language, that Lalit, you haven't conquered anything in this language. So at that moment of time, I try to rejuvenate myself with different thoughts whichever are there, and those who are helping me to keep the momentum continue in this language, because it is literally hard not to crack to pursue this language relentlessly, because we lack in practice and that time we consider ourselves flimsy. So if we want to be more convicted speakers, so we need to keep the momentum continue all the time in this language. So people are lacking in this, therefore we are finding, or the people are finding these kind of shortcomings in their communication, that they are not able to speak this language eloquently because they are not having relentless practice.
hmm,
So
yeah.
whenever, let me tell you, frankly speaking with you, whenever I get any astounding opportunity to connect with any speaker, I always excel to, to grab that particular opportunity. If I'm letting that opportunity go, because I promptly respond to each and everybody. This is my certain responsibility. Like if I'm scheduling any session with somebody, if I'm not able to find out unoccupied time, this is my certain responsibility that I should give some response to that person so that we'll be able to reschedule that session, right? Okay, so one more thing I would like to know from your end. Tell me this thing, like what are your blueprints in this language that you have been working on your communication, and what all kind of paths you have been utilizing to prevail this language.
Sorry, I didn't get you. Could you please
So
explain?
how you have been working on your communication, how you have been, what all kind of things you have been doing.
So first, I have started with listening. So
Hmm.
when I thought about this language, I have started my listening practice. So after 2 months or 3 months, I realized that I'm not able to speak. So what is the benefit of listening? I can understand that whole concept of whatever I'm listening, but I can't speak. So then I research on Google and what's YouTube, that how to speak with real people, because there, in my
Hmm.
surrounding there is no English speakers. So I got to know about some application, as you mentioned, that as Joe Stock application I also used for 3 months. But there I realized that most of the people are for for time pass purpose. They are utilizing their
Hmm.
time for fun. So I didn't like this. But one thing I liked on that, as a beginner, I got a lot of words from that, like everyday three words and grammar rules and all. So I utilized that that time. So I stopped using that Joestock, and then installed another application that called Ace Fluency. So that was amazing application, I can say. And I have been practicing over this over this application for 1 year. And now I actually, if you are fond of anything, then universe give you path to join and get to know about other environment like this. So I 2 to 3 like groups. I am a member of 2 to 3 groups. They're teachers, they're YouTubers, they are taking sessions. And yeah, I nowadays I'm learning a lot of things. So I'm thankful for that also. So that's how I have started. But one thing recently I got to know, that is I am very like nervous in front of camera when I speak. So it
Hmm.
happened like 1 year I'm speaking only like audio call. So
Hmm.
the I'm very comfortable with audio call. So when I got to know that I'm not confident and comfortable in front of camera, so I have to mitigate this problem. I thought that time, and then I started talking with YouTubers. So some of YouTubers, they told that if you have that fear of speaking in front of camera, then you should start your YouTube channel. That's how you can mitigate your this problem. So I thought, yeah, why not? If it is the solution, then I can do. So I have started recently, 1 year, 1 month ago, my YouTube channel, and really it I can see my improvement on this because I'm now
Hmm.
speaking with co-learners, and I consciously I listen that video first, and then I upload. But my motto is learning from these videos. So yeah, nowadays I'm
That's
improving, and whatever mistakes I make, next video when I create, I consciously I try to don't do this same mistakes again.
hmm.
That's
But
how I'm.
as per my witnessment, I'm not like great at the grammar part or the different aspects in this language. But yeah, as I have been listening to you for a long period of time, I can say that you haven't made even a single grammatical mistake while speaking. So it means that you are a spectacular speaker. But as you just mentioned this thing, that when you confront the camera, so at that moment of time, you feel a little vulnerable. It is
Yeah,
okay to feel vulnerable because it's been only 1 month to you here. Because when I confronted the camera for the first time, I was not able to even speak properly. I jumped from the Joe's Skill application to this application directly. And I was also considering myself in the same moment of time where you are, right? So that time, when I used to deal with the people, I used to be like unmindful at that moment of time. I used to speak on and on. I didn't used to focus on others' sentences. I didn't used to listen them because I was in the haste that I need to speak everything in one go, which is not possible. And in that moment of time, I was making innumerable of flaws and baffledness in my communication. Right. But yeah, it happens in the incipient days, in the stepping step. But yeah, slowly and gradually, when you are too much enthusiastic and you have that spark in yourself that you want to learn this language in a grateful manner, in a majestic manner. So that time you have to observe the people, how they are dealing with the things, how they are articulating themselves. I was doing the same thing. And I would definitely suggest you that you should do the thing that you should observe couple of native speakers. I'm not saying that you should observe Indian speakers, but you should observe couple of those Indian speakers, those who speak in English and those who not speak in English only, those who providing couple of podcasts on YouTube.
yeah. I
Those who can. Mm,
I listen podcast only, and native speakers podcast like Jay Shetty
yes,
and
yes.
girls are there.
Yeah, which can help us. Actually, these things have been a blessing in disguise for me as well, because I come from Hindi medium background. In my near around MBS, nobody speaks in this language. Actually, I do not have anybody with whom I can unfold myself in this language. But yeah, therefore, I need to utilize couple of virtual applications where I can get the people to have conversations, and even like near around my people, they are not aware about this thing that Lalit can speak in this language. They're not aware about this thing because
Yeah,
they don't know the value of this communication. And I'm from a rustic and pastoral place where people are not aware about this thing, that what's the value of this communication. And I was also not aware about. I I got to know about this language when it came to grab the career growth. When I commenced my professional journey in my like in MNC. So that time I came to know this thing, that how much it is indispensable to deal with the people in English communication without having any kind of trepidation.
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So apart from that thing, One more thing I would like to know, as you are having some kind of agitation while confronting like camera and all. So first of all, I would like to suggest you this thing that whenever you are dealing with somebody, right, you don't need to compare yourself. You don't need to do your analogy with somebody. You are the great speaker. I have witnessed this thing personally, that thousands of people, they commence their journey in this language, but they don't continue in this language, and therefore they are not able to speak this language. No matter what all kind of roller coasters you are getting in this language, you just need to keep the momentum continue at each and every single moment if you want to become more spectacular and more stupendous speaker in this language. Just mark
Yeah,
my words, because I was doing the same thing. I was just pursuing this language no matter what all kind of difficulties and cumbersomes I was confronting.
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything else you would like to bring up today, would like to share?
No, I learned a lot of things from you. Yeah, definitely I would like to connect with you again.